What's up, guys? And we're together again, splashing in the waves of the auditory. I'm Burrito, and I brought to the table today a story about the strikes of unbearable gluttony, a man on a girl's schedule, and a burrito tasting like heaven turning into hell. I hope you guys will enjoy the story. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already, and please comment your thoughts down below. I will swim through a giant burrito to read your comments on the other side. Alright, without a second of delay, let's fly this bird. Alrighty, so this story is set in the summertime of 2020. So in June, me and my friend are hanging out in Seattle. We decided to go get some gas so we can go somewhere. At the gas station, we see a food truck there selling Mexican food. So me and my friend go up to it to get something to eat, and on the sign we notice there's something kind of wild, a food challenge. The challenge is, if you can eat a 5-pound burrito in an hour, you get 7 meals free, but much more than that, get your picture taken and put on the truck. That's thick boy street cred at its finest. So I asked my friend if he's down for those big pounds. He said no. So we ordered some food less than 5 pounds and carry on with our day. But I couldn't forget about it. Someone or something challenges me like that. It's hard for me to forget about it. The summer of 2020, like most of you know, is when the COVID pandemic was taking place. So me and my friends would try to make the most of those times when we were locked down. Fortunately, you can do a lot of things outside here, so I was able to talk 4 people into doing the challenge. Our first character in this story is Colin. This dude is big, 6'4" and 275 pounds. Second man on the food field, Evan. Now he weighs about 275 as well, but is 5'1", but I had faith in him. Now the other 2 characters ended up being spectators. Winston, being whipped by his girlfriend, didn't want to gain weight and opted out. And David just didn't feel like eating that much. But he did want Snapchat clout, so we ended up improvising him to be our cameraman. So me and the boys set up a time in August when we're all free to do this challenge. I pick up Colin, Evan, and David, and we drive to a field in Seattle where we meet up with Winston. Then we do some boxing to burn up some room for the burrito. And Colin turns out to be the champ. Surprise, surprise. So then after a few matches, we feel like we burned off enough room. It's time to do the burrito challenge. So I drive all of us to the truck. Me, Colton, and Evan, we order our burritos. So we're cracking jokes, waiting for these burritos. David pulls out his Snapchat and says, "Alright guys, watch out for my boy Evan. Dude sucks off 5 packs of ramen for breakfast." Then Evan flips him off, but then drops his jaw because then the burritos show up. None of us had seen a 5-pound burrito before this, and it kinda took us back. It was about the size of my forearm. Winston starts saying, "Oh, you guys are screwed." And in my head I was thinking, dude, please shut up. And also, you're kinda right. Anyone who's eaten a 5-pound burrito before, please comment down in the comments to prove that it's actually kinda intimidating your first time seeing it. So the cook starts the timer and tells us we have an hour to complete the challenge and wishes us good luck. So we take our first bite, and dude, the cook did hella good. The burrito tastes phenomenal, a little heavy on rice, but tasty meat, cheese, and sauce. Nice crunchy vegetables, all wrapped in a giant tortilla. So the 3 of us had different strategies on how to attack this burrito. Me, I would eat from one side to the other, going slow and steady. Colin had a similar strategy of going slow and steady, but eating mostly the rice first. And Evan's mindset was to eat as much as he could, as fast as he could. And everything was going smoothly for about 20 minutes. Then the burrito starts to catch up to us. We're all getting kinda full. I've eaten about a third of my burrito. Colin the absolute beast. He's halfway done. And Evan is about 3/4 finished. And Evan really starts to feel it. He starts to slow down for about 30 seconds, and then he says, "Dude, this is kind of a lot." Then out of nowhere, pukes up part of the burrito onto his tray. David fumbles to get his camera on. "Yo, Evan, throw up again. Yo, I was texting. Dude, come on, please, bro." And this disqualifies Evan. I was sitting next to Evan, so I moved my food away from him. I felt so bad for Colin. He was sitting across from Evan, and unfortunately was making eye contact when Evan threw up. So Evan gets up and throws away his tray. Colin is clearly disturbed by Evan, and he begins to slow down. And then 7-ish minutes later, Colin taps out. He said Evan is burned into his mind, and had he not thrown up in front of him, he could have completed his challenge. So now I'm the sole survivor. The burrito has gotten 2 of my mates, and I'm determined to finish this burrito, not just for myself, but for my fallen comrades. Colin and Evan, they groan out words of encouragement. And freaking Winston, he tells me to hurry up because he wants to go home. His girlfriend says she doesn't want him out late. I just focus on the burrito. David puts me on the Snapchat telling people I'm the last man standing, but hyping me up can only go so far. I'm about 45 minutes in, and I'm taking maybe 2 bites a minute, and I still got about a quarter of this burrito left, and it's becoming a struggle to keep each bite down. And I get to the point where I'm maxed out, so I get up and run behind the nearby bush and let the burrito go back to nature. And yeah, that kinda sucked that I lost, but I had fun. Well, at least at the beginning. In the beginning, the burrito was delicious. Near the end, I wanted to beat the burrito so bad. So after the challenge, me, Colton, and Evan kind of want to just lay on the ground and wait for the fullness to subside. But that's kind of hard when Winston is nagging at us to hurry up. And we parked about half a mile away from this food truck because there was no parking near it. So me, Colton, and Evan, we're waddling down the street trying to hold down the burrito in our bellies. David tells me that he recorded me running to the bushes, and it helped spark a conversation between him and a girl. So I'm officially the greatest wingman. All I needed to do was just spill out a burrito. And we didn't realize that the burrito challenge had a second part to it. We discovered the second part when we got to the car. Part 2 of the challenge was getting into the car without throwing up. Now all of us besides Winston were chill staying and waiting for our food to digest. But Winston kept bitching until we got in. And yep, that pretty much ends the grand tale of the 5-pound burrito. We dumped Winston off at his car, and then the 4 of us went home to our respective restrooms. None of us have attempted to eat the burrito since 2020. This video gets 5,000 likes, I'll reattempt the challenge once more. Pinky promise. Once again, I hope you guys enjoyed the story. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already, and please comment your thoughts down below. Big picture, grand moral of the story is don't bite off more than you can chew. A beautifully poetic phrase that in this case definitely comes into play. Thanks for watching, guys. I'm Burrito, and I'm drifting out of words.